بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه الأخيار. السلام عليكم يا إخواني يا أخواتي يا إخواني السادة الحضور. والله كان هذه الفرصة طيبة لي أنا أوجه أن ألقى كلامي بالعربية، فإذا كان لازم أن أترجم بالإنجليزية أيضا، ولكن لأن هذه المباحث الدينية والمباحث القرآنية بالرجحان نحن نلقى هذه الكلمات بالعربية أفضل وأسهل. طبعا أسهل لي أن ألقى الكلمة بالعربية.
الشيخ عارف ان شاء الله.
كيف إذا كان
Sayyid himself is more than capable of delivering this talk in English to quite like. And by the way, he's a student of the late Ayatollah Damad, the side of CIMS. I think it might be in place to learn Arabic, English, and then whatever I'll do as well.
Yes, sometimes I translate to English as well.
That's fine.
يا أخواتي وإخواني, brother and sister, my brother and sister, you know that the interpretation of Tashayyu, there are many various interpretations for Shia. What is the meaning of Tashayyu? What is the meaning of Shia? What's the difference between Shia and other schools? What is the فصل المميز for Shia الذي يميزه من سائر المذاهب؟ والله this discussion is very vast and expanded, but due to the limitation of time, I prefer to present my concept that I have, my private concept from Tashayyu, which I have gotten it and I have it from my master, late Ayatollah Mohaghegh Damad, the author of al-insan. He is my master. ولفهم التشيع ولفهم هذا التفسير قبالي قبل كل شيء لازم أن نفهم معنى رسالة المحمدية صلى الله عليه وسلم. ما كان رسالته، ما كان وظائفه. الرسالة المحمدية له وظائف عديدة ومقامات شتى. كان له many duties for our prophet. The first one, الرسالة, was الرسالة. I mean, to transfer the messages of God to the people. This was the risala. But do you think that it is only this duty for him? How do you know our prophet? He was only this duty for him? Transferring the message from God to the people. We believe that he was the first duty. But at the side of this duty, there are many other duties. Another one is al-Imama. Al-risala, al-Imama. في القرآن الكريم جاء هذه مسائل في القرآن عديدة، في الآيات عديدة. وإذ ابتلى إبراهيم ربه بكلمات فأتمهن قال إني جاعلك للناس إماما. الإمامة ما معنى؟ نحن نفسر الإمامة على جنب الرسالة واسطة الإنسان بين الخلق والخالق، إنسان كامل، واسطة معنوية، a spiritual man, complete man, a spiritual man between God and creatures. That is the meaning of that ayat sharifa. The verse that he says, إني جاعل في الأرض خليفة. Khalifa is representative of God. God is ليس كمثله شيء. God is واجب الوجود، ليس كمثله شيء. مجرد مطلق، نحن نرى الله بأعيننا، ولكن في الأرض ممثل، جاعل في الأرض خليفة. Khalifa is representative of God. It demonstrates God, His qualities, and في صفاته، في جماله وجلاله. وإنسان كامل واسطة بين الخلق والخالق بالمعنوية، spiritual man, complete man and spiritual. This is معنى ولاية أو الإمامة. ونحن نعتقد بموت الرسول بركته صلوات الله عليه ختمت الرسالة بالكل، إنه كان خاتم النبيين، ولكن رسول الله وخاتم النبيين ختمت الرسالة. ولكن الوساطة بين الخلق والخالق كيف هذا؟ تمت أم لا؟ هل تمت هذه الوساطة؟ هل تمت هذه الرابطة؟ بختم الرسالة تمت الولاية؟ تمت الاتصال بين الإنسان والخالق؟ نحن نفتكر أن هذه الرابطة ما تمت. النبوة ختمت، الرسالة ختمت، خاتم النبيين، خاتم الرسل كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. ولكن الولاية والإمامة المعنوية، الرابطة المعنوية ما ختمت وما تمت وما انقطعت. يا إخواني وأخواتي، حول سنة 1917 ميلادي جاء فيلسوف كبير من فرنسا، a very great philosopher from France, to Iran. His name was Henry Corbin. I suppose many of you have heard his name. He's a great philosopher, very famous philosopher. He came to Iran. Searching about the Tashayyuh. And he asked somebody, and he found Allah. About 7 years, there was a hiwar, there was a dialogue between he and him. Sometimes I was attending to the sessions. All these negotiations and dialogues gathered in a book in Persian. And our master has written an introduction to it, this collection. He quoted, my master al-Mahdi, he quoted. This was the latest sentence that I have heard from him. After this, he came to France, he went to France, and I haven't seen him yet. He says, Al-Mahdi has written, he says to me, I believe أنا أعتقد أن مذهب التشيع بالفارسية أنا أترجم بالإنجليزية. I believe that the school of Tashayyu is the only school that has kept the relation between God and humanity. He has named this relation al-hidayatul ilahiyya. Forever, Tashayyu has kept the relation between God and humanity forever, and continuously he has kept alive. He added that the religion of Yahud, they devote this relation on Musa Kalimullah. And after his death, everything finished. Christianity and Muhammad, they didn't Jesus, and they didn't accept Jesus. They didn't accept Muhammad after Musa. And Christian people as well, they devote this relation on Jesus only. And our brother, Ahl Sunnah, as well, they devoted this relation on Muhammad only. After his, there is no this relation. He says, and I believe that only Tashayyu has says that Nubuwwah, Khatam, finished by Muhammad, but this relation, I mean Rabitatul Ilahiyya, after finishing the Nubuwwah, finished. Nubuwwah Makhtuma, Khatamun Nabiyyin, الرسالة ختمت, ولكن الاتصال بين الخالق والخلق الذي هو يقول وأعذبهم وأنت فيهم. شنو هذا الرابطة؟ لا يعذب وما كان الله يعذبهم ليعذبهم وأنت فيهم. ما كان الله ليعذبهم وأنت فيهم. هل هذه الرسالة؟ فعلى هذا بعد موت النبي يمكن العذاب؟ وعدم العذاب فقط للرسالة لتبليغ الأحكام؟ أم هذه المعاني أخرى؟ ولكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة. الأسوة ليس فقط استماع الأحكام. التشيع يفتكر ويعتقد أن الناس يجب أن يواجهوا مع إنسان كامل، إما ماديا وإما معنويا. الآن الشيعة الاثنا عشرية يعتقد إنسان كامل هو الآن موجود، وهو آمر الربط بين الخلق والخالق، قطب عالم الإسلام، قطب عالم الإمكان، وهو معنى الولاية. ولي الله، أولياء الله عديدة، هذا اعتقاد الشيعة. ولكن أتمهم الإمام، ولا في جوامعنا أولياء الله كثير، ولكن له مراتب. مرتبة الأعلى الولاية للنبي، بعده لإنسان كامل ليس هو النبي وليس هو الرسول، ولكن من ناحية الكمال، من ناحية كمال الإنساني وكمال المعنوي، هو صار ولي من أولياء. هذا معنى الولاية والإمامة. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Ayatollah presented what we call the esoteric spiritual aspect of the necessity for the existence of an Imam on the face of this earth, and he connects that with the ongoing tradition of the Khilafah of Ilahiyya upon the earth. When Adam was told in the Prophet, the angels were told, Ja'ilun fil ardi Khalifa. This Khalifa does not represent Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in terms of his features, but in terms of the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Aga asked the question that when Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam came to this world, what was his purpose and objective? Just to deliver the risala, or was there a more spiritual meaning for his existence as well? He says, according to the Shia, which is he termed as fasl mumayyiz, a distinguishing feature of the Shia madhab, that the Prophet did not only do iblagh risala, but he in his person was a divine connection between humanity and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as such, the verses of the Quran that Allah will not punish until you are there, that is based on the wilayah of Muhammad Rasulullah. After Muhammad Rasulullah went, do bear in mind he was also an Imam together with a Rasul. That wilayah aspect of the Prophet remained on the face of this earth, in the sense that there is always a human person on the face of this earth that is a connection between Allah and mankind in the esoteric sense. Now, this is the absolute, in a nutshell, what Allah has said. And then he quoted in 1970 that Henry Coba, he went searching for answers, and he met with al-Mahdi, and their dialogue took 7 years, and Allah was also witness to his dialogue. In his final concluding remarks, he said that within the mankind in religions, I found that the Shaykh has retained this aspect of divine human connection on the face of this earth in the form of prophets, and after the prophets in the form of the Imams. So here, according to this, the Imama theory within the Shia is not so much a political or a religious theory, it's more a mystical and a spiritual necessity. That was the crux of what Allah was saying. Thank you so much.